it investors buying ETFs? Is it people buying physical gold in the bazaars? Is it the Chinese central bank? Is it the Polish central bank? Is it everybody? Maybe it is. Perhaps this is the perfect storm.
Hey, John, good to see you. And what a week it is shaping up to be with gold and silver breaking records once again. How's your start of the week so far?
The start of the week, I think I can never remember. Gold breaking through $5,000 an ounce and breaking through convincingly to go straight to 5,100. Silver, $110 per ounce. I mean, these are figures we would not have imagined a year ago. Copper up, tin over $53 a ton. You know, if somebody said this a year ago, we would have laughed and said they were a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Lithium up too. Yeah.
I mean, Peter Hambro was sat right here with me calling 5,000 in November. We are 10 months ahead of schedule.
Yeah, it's all happened a bit quick. And I guess this is what's, you know, we're scratching our heads. There are so many reasons that people would want to buy gold, but would you really want to buy gold at these levels? Now, definitely, I think the choice for investors actually not necessarily to chase the gold price up, but to buy the underlying equities that have not caught up with the gold price yet, because nobody thought this was going to happen. And if we run through some of the drivers, shall we say, there was news last week that the Polish central bank had been buying. We're seeing news today that people are moving out of Bitcoin into gold because they suddenly see a threat to their Bitcoin wallets from quantum computing going on. I want to use the term quantum entanglement, but it's more like quantum disentanglement, to be honest. And then you've got China. They're probably still selling US treasuries. Lots of the world may be selling US treasuries. Everybody's a bit upset with Donald Trump for his comments on Greenland. Some people are bothered by the fact that he abducted Maduro. I think that was a good thing, personally. And it appears the Venezuelan government was very keen on somebody abducting Maduro because he was not necessarily helping the nation. And then maybe Cuba's next. And okay, this Trumpian expansionist policy perhaps is worrying some people. Trump did roll back pretty fast. He said he wasn't going to invade Greenland. Well, he doesn't need to, frankly. But they do need. It's come out that the US need Greenland for their Golden Dome missile defenses and to keep Russian submarines from moving into the Atlantic if they can do that. But there are other things. I think, you know, if I was in Iran right now, I wouldn't give my currency much value, and I'd be switching that out into gold, whatever the price was.
Yeah.
So, you know, and typically when Iran blows up, people do walk out of Iran literally with the clothes on their back and whatever they can carry. And gold is something that you can carry out of a country on foot over the mountains.
Now, John, you were teasing me early last week when you heard that I was when I told you that I was looking for certain flat tops, destroyers, to find out where they were exactly. And now there's this overarching concern with Iran, and the mood music is obviously driving gold up. Those that are watching this space, who are thinking they don't have exposure yet, is it too late? Is it going to come crashing down? Should they wait, or do you think we're going to march higher?
Where gold goes from here, I really don't know.
I mean, looking at the monthly chart, I mean, the weekly chart, as a technician, we're having to create new Fibonacci extensions almost daily now.
Yeah, no, this is a crazy market. So what I'm saying is, look, don't chase gold, but do chase the linked equities that haven't been following it up. I mean, the professionals tend to wait for the gold price to tick back before they then buy in. And there's loads of gold stocks that are going to do fantastically well off this. And okay, there may have been a little bit of a momentum in their stocks when gold first started running last year. But everybody's like rabbits in the headlights with these prices. And nobody really is really sure what's doing it. Is it investors buying ETFs? Is it people buying physical gold in the bazaars? Is it the Chinese central bank? Is it the Polish central bank? Is it everybody? Maybe it is. Perhaps this is the perfect storm. But we are concerned. I'm quite personally feel worried about the Iranian threats that they might fire hypersonic missiles at the US flat top, as you say it, the aircraft carrier. We know that China has been flying kit into Iran. Big airlifts going on there. What are the Chinese sending in? Are they and are the Chinese going to have a go at helping Iran and therefore destabilize US military might and the US dollar? Perhaps this is the big move to try and do that. I mean, I think it'll work again. I think it'll work against them.
So tell us a couple of names, because I really like the strategy of not chasing the gold price, given it's continuously making new all-time highs. But which particular producers have caught your eye?
Well, you can go for the really big companies, the Barrick Golds and the Newmont Minings, but it's called Barrick Mining these days. Or you can go for the smaller ones where you get better leverage. Sarabi, Anglo-Asian Mining, which we act for, Kefi Minerals, which we act for. We work with a few of these companies, and there are others. Orissa, Codal Minerals. Although it's a lithium play, it does have quite a lot of gold in its exploration portfolio. So there are a bunch of other stocks in the London market that are worth looking at from a gold perspective.
Let's have a closer look at Orissa, if you may, because I don't have a position in Orissa because if you look at my daily chart here, I was waiting on a bullish pennant to form, and it didn't. It failed on that, and then I saw a gravestone doji. Waiting for John to roll his eyes, because I know you're a fundamental kind of guy, but I like looking at the charts too. It then meant that I didn't take a position, but it is now starting to head higher, especially since early this year. An update on Orissa for us?
Well, we're just waiting for the mineral resource. And there was some information up to date, but I'm not up to date on that. But we're waiting for a bit of information to show how big this mine is going to be. And I think it's quite well. It's a nice little deposit, but I'm sure they're going to make a load of money out of this.
And I guess the big question too is silver cutting through and popping above that 100 bucks. And really what's fascinating about all this is that it's so strong. It's just keeping its head above. I had a trailing stop because I was really worried, as you know, about its rise, but it doesn't seem to be faltering and giving any sort of entry point for anyone that was waiting and didn't act on Friday.
So there's two stocks in the London market. They're good companies actually, Hochschild Mining and Fresnillo. Both worth looking at from a sort of gold silver perspective, and they're Latin American producers. They're well leveraged to these prices. So this is a market where you can pretty much close your eyes and buy any stock. And you wouldn't get me saying that on a normal day.
I know, but it's not a normal market, is it?
No, it's a very non-normal market.
Crazy. I hear myself saying that over and over again, but if any of you have been watching and been in the commodities space, especially precious metals, over the last 3 decades, this is exceptional. We have many clients also listening in, wanting to get your view on platinum and palladium.
Those are interesting metals. They will follow gold higher. Platinum, of course, because it's a good substitute for gold in jewelry. I always personally preferred platinum to gold. and you coat platinum with a bit of palladium, from what I'm told, their uses as autocatalysts will fall away over the years. But that's not happening now because hybrid cars use quite well loaded autocatalysts, as in the platinum and palladium loadings within those catalysts are slightly higher in order to reduce the emissions on smaller engines. So there is a market for these metals, certainly for the time being. And with gold up here, it is going to drag those metals higher. And there's less new production around in platinum and palladium. You know, nobody's investing much in anything much in old mines and certainly not new mines at the moment in those metals because of the longer term outlook. So supply is constrained, and whenever you get a supply constraint, prices can move high very easily.
And finally, I know that you spoke about tin the last time you were on, I know you're quite bullish on tin. There's been a bit of a correction on Cornish metals, which just putting it out there, I have a very small position in Cornish metals, but it still is. This is the weekly chart there, looking like there is still that upward trend in play. But if I show you a daily chart, it does look like it's starting to show signs of exhaustion. You're still keen. What are your views on tin so far?
Well, at these tin prices, there shouldn't be a correction. Yes, tin prices came back a bit. It came back to about $48,000 a ton. It's not so easy to get the big figures right these days. And it's gone straight back up to 53. So that's amazing. Cornish Metals is worth a lot more money at these price levels. And unless you thought the company was about to raise a lot of money or that there was some fundamental problem that was going to cause a massive delay or some other issue in the mine there in Cornwall. I don't see much downside risk in this. For me, there's a lot of upside, but I am emotionally attached to this company. I did work in the mine there when I was a student studying mining engineering.
Last but not least, just a reminder that make sure you do all your due diligence. It's not trading advice. You have to do your homework because whichever way it goes, it's on you, not on us. But we're so lucky to have your time, John. I know you're very, very busy. Hope to catch you again very soon. You're off to Umdaba soon. Give us a snapshot of your schedule and what you're going to be doing there, this conference.
Busy schedule. We're at the one-to-one event at the conference, which we sponsor. I've got 22 meetings lined up with investors to talk about all our favorite companies and our ideas of what's going on in the sector. So it's really, really good quality time talking to the major investors around the world. And people fly in from everywhere. And then we'll catch up with a few companies. We've got the team out there hunting and scouting for new ideas, see which geologists have come in from the wilds, and see what they've got, and see who we should be working with going forwards.
Thank you very much. Have a great time, John. John Meyer there from SP Angel with his latest thoughts on the metals market.